Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El. So right now I got some news about my beautiful here. You guys see it here. You obviously know what I'm talking about. The 3DS. I have some news that might make a lot of 3DS owners really sad. Right now, basically what's happening, this is in Japan, obviously. Now, obviously, I got the Mario editions of both. I just really love the design of this one. I did a full review, if you guys look back, of this one right here. Of both of them, actually. But the thing is, what I wanted to discuss with you guys about is what's going on. Right now, Nintendo in Japan is lowering the prices down without selling an AC adapter. And I knew this was going to come along because I actually said this, if you look all the way back in my video, I said that they will eventually replace the 3DS. Now, obviously, then the 3DS started coming out with more games and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe, I didn't know what I was talking about. But lo and behold, it looks like that's the situation right now. There's actually some signs that they're going to be weaning off the 3DS. They're lowering prices of the Nintendo Switch with a purpose to, instead of having, let's say, each household owning a Nintendo Switch, they want each hand to have the Nintendo Switch, each person to have a Nintendo Switch. They want it to be a to-go device. The thing is, what I don't understand is how stupid then the design is when you have a battery that only lasts for 2.5 hours, where you can get so much hours out of this, anywhere from 4 to 5 hours, even possibly more, depends on how you control the brightness and so on and so forth. But the thing is, this thing is really 2 hours at most, really. I had 1.5 hours, 2 hours. So you got to get a battery pack. But the thing is, this thing wasn't really designed that much for portability, even though I use it predominantly as a portable device with this battery, which some people reported was a little heavy. For me, it's just right. The thing is, that's what they're trying to do. So they're trying to basically take the 3DS and make it a thing of the past, and the Nintendo thing, and make this the new, flagship handheld device. Now, there's some things I'm going to tell you that's horribly wrong on Nintendo if they do this, but it looks like that's what's happening right now, including my friend in Japan right now actually said that that's exactly what was told to him by a couple of the electronic shops over there. So I'm going to tell you, the thing that makes that a very stupid move is when I used to work in Catholic Charities, a lot of people owned the DS. A lot of people owned the 3DS. The thing with the 3DS is it's compact, it's small, okay? That kids who are, mostly it was kids who had the 3DS in that school. I had one, of course, also, but because I'm a kid at heart. But the thing is, it was mostly kids that had the 3DS, and kids are still... this is a very sought-after system. Parents usually buy their kids this for Christmas. They bought a lot of 3DSs on that. So for their little hands and for even people like, my size, this is considered pretty big in general with the flip screen, but pretty big in general. Now they have the new 3DSs and, the new DS. The thing is, it's compact design, it's small form factor, fits in the hands of big hands like mine, and also tiny hands. Okay, so this was considered a very good option. I think it's a very stupid move if Nintendo abandons the 3DS line, like the DS line and whatever, and says that this is going to be the new handheld device. Now, obviously, kids are going to play much longer. A lot of them, some of them don't have, obviously, after school, they're going to play hours on end. If they carry this with them, they're going to need more than 2 hours on the go. If you're going on a trip or somewhat and so forth. And then, so they have to get also a battery pack, which does add weight, especially to little hands. Also, the size of the screen. The only way I could see Nintendo making sense out of this, which is what I said in my other video a long time ago, is what I think they're going to come out with a new version of the Nintendo Switch that is smaller. I really think they're going to go with a smaller design, as small as these Joy-Cons already are to the hands, but it'll be targeted mostly on the kids, but ultimately, you could really see what's going on here. The fact that they're cutting it down and cutting down prices by removing the AC adapter or even the docking station. They even have options one or the other, from what I heard. But since they're removing all of these things, they're targeting also, they're seeing that a major part of people who own the Switch, as I told you before, affordability is not an issue. Nobody's going to upgrade to the Switch. Very few from the Wii U, because a lot of the games are being remade and sold as new, like $60, like Donkey Kong Country, what is it, Tropical Freeze, which I have on here. You know, that's the issue. So the thing is, people who actually wanted to upgrade, and I still have people from my family, friends and family, really, and people on forums that are saying, we're not going to upgrade to the Nintendo Switch. We have the Nintendo Wii U, I meant, the Nintendo Wii U. So the thing is, the only thing this really does in a long term, it benefits, is people who have this in terms of portability. And obviously, Nintendo of Japan knew this, as obviously even handheld systems like the PlayStation Vita that was pretty much wiped out over here in America, over there was doing pretty well. So, you know, handheld systems are very popular there. So what did they do? They said, you know what? Well, we're not going to focus on having this one per household. Let's put one in every, you know, in every person's hand. So let's make it a little cheaper. Let's try to go within the $220 to $250 mark and see how we do on that. And, you know, without the docking station, which means anybody, they understand that there's a huge market for people who are going handheld, that they're doing these options that you don't need a docking station or AC adapter. Now, if you remember, other systems in the past have done similar things, not with handheld, but have taken out the RF switch. If you guys remember from the PlayStation or Dreamcast, they had a PlayStation box without an RF switch. You had to buy it. And then, of course, when PlayStation 2 came out and other, I forgot which one it was, they didn't have it. And you had to go and buy it, separate one. So they're doing things to cut costs. Also, I was asked by a dear brother of ours on the channel. He asked, how come the PlayStation Vita has a camera? And I told him also 3DS has a camera. And why didn't the Nintendo Switch have a camera? Well, I explained it. Nintendo is looking to cut costs however they can, to cut corners. Now, they're taking a page out of Microsoft's book, which is willing to take a loss as long as they sell their, you know, their software and have it in everyone's hands, like, you know, Microsoft did with Windows 10, which wanted everybody to have it and didn't care even if hackers hacked it. But in this situation, they are making money. So they're making money, but at the same time, they have that kind of mentality where they want every hand to have that. And they know that even though they don't have competition in terms of the handheld, they want to make it more appealing for people who, let's say, would put their money into the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 that's coming out, or, you know, Xbox One or whatever. So they want to show like, hey, guys, well, you know what? We're also going to give you a portable option. So even if you have a PlayStation 4 or whatever, if you want to take games on the go and have everything Nintendo has to offer, we got a great deal for you. $200, $220, $250, whatever. And we could put this in your hands right now. So they're doing this as a marketing scheme, and it's a marketing strategy, not a scheme, a strategy. And I think it's pretty freaking awesome that they're doing that to make it cheaper. But to replace this, unless they come out with a smaller version of this, is extremely stupid. I cannot tell you how stupid Nintendo will be if they actually get rid of the 3DS, and they're gonna the whole DS thing, the whole portable, dedicated portable one, and they go into the Nintendo Switch. I think it's extremely stupid. I do think it's lived a very long life, and it's great. But I still play this. I still play my 3DS. And so some people already moved on to the newer ones. This is the very old one. And I still play on this baby, okay? So, I mean, I think there's still a market for both of them. I like to carry my 3DS because I don't have to worry about the screen. It has a screen protector just by closing this damn thing. It's so freaking awesome. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. And, you know, then to come out with something, you know, as amazing as the Nintendo Switch is great. But I think that there's a market for both, and to just abandon one and go to the other is a very big stupid move on their part. Now, if they were to come out with a smaller Nintendo Switch, or if they have that even in their heads, then I take it back. Then I'm wrong, because that would be pretty cool. If you put a smaller, more compact design of the 3D of a Nintendo Switch and have the battery say last about 4 to 5 hours, that would be freaking amazing. I think even some adults would jump on that. To be honest with you, even though I love it on big screen to play it on this thing, but you know, it's up to you. I have freakishly big hands. Somebody who doesn't might want to get a smaller one, you know, a smaller one. Or, you know, I don't know how the heck they're going to get smaller, though, because these Joy-Cons are so damn tiny. It's borderline annoying to me. But that I have to remove it, actually, to play it normally. But that's what I'm saying, guys. That's the whole thing that I'm speaking to you guys about. So let me know what you guys think. If this move happens, are you guys cool with it? Are you guys okay with it? What do you guys think of that as a replacement? Do you guys think that you should that they should still keep the 3DS? Now remember, Nintendo has a marketing research company that goes out in internet research and looks at everything. So be vocal, go on forums, right here, right everywhere. What do you think if that would happen? So far, it looks like the signs are pointing to that's what's going on, in Japan at least. And you know that's going to come right around the corner here, because portability in the United States compared to Japan is not as big. I don't know why, but I guess people in the cities here are big on portability, but on other places they're not. In Japan, pretty much, it's the portable heaven over there. Everybody likes portability, so it's doing really well. So if I can't see them doing that in Japan and not doing it here in America. Okay, so I think there's some things to see. I don't know, to think about, especially if you're thinking about going ahead and purchasing a DS, a 3DS, or anything, used one or whatever. I think you're probably going to want to hold off on that for a while to see what's going on. Let me know what you guys think down below. This is Leor Borrell, and also self-funded. The only way I ask you guys to help me out here is by liking the video, sharing the video, subscribing, and hitting the bell button, as many more honest reviews and cool stuff to come out, including mini-series that I'm going to go over. Right now I'm doing the mini-series right now every Sunday for how to build a gaming PC on the cheap, PC on the cheap. And then afterwards, I'm going to be showing you guys a mini-series of how to build a helmet with a 3D printer from beginning to finished product, including extras, which I'm going to show you how to do the weathered look using sander blocks and spray paint and all this cool stuff. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it from beginning to end, so you guys will know how to do that, as well as a bunch of other videos that I do, from reviews to tech reviews to unboxings to you name it, right here. So definitely subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell button so you're alerted right away. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye-bye.